strangulation shit, less than murder. They put me on a probation. The girl who got it violated. You think they'll send me to prison now? It's not for a violation. No, I just, it's like, bro, I was at work and she called and like said I was bothering her. No, she called my parole office and then I got violated.
It is, and we're done dropping. Swear.
Go ahead and talk to her, she'll tell you stuff.
Swear. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Before we get too far into your case, courthouse is closed to the public. The public has the right to hear and see what's happening here in the courtroom, so all of our cases are being broadcast live on our YouTube channel. Do you understand? Yes?
Yeah, hopefully everybody I know and love came. If y'all came, just know I love y'all and I miss y'all. And I really miss y'all and I love you guys.
And last, no swearing.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a courtroom, so you're not going to swear during my court hearings. Do you understand?
Okay, if I did, I didn't mean to. My bad.
Well, I'm just telling you, I could hear you talking to the sheriff right outside the door.
Yeah.
And everything you were saying was coming through and I could hear it. And I understand you're having a casual conversation with the sheriff, which is different than being in court.
Yes, ma'am.
But
I offended, I apologize.
just keep your wits about you as this proceeds. You have a couple different cases that are open that are in warrant status. I do not have them all today. Some of them I assume you will be seeing on Monday. Just for reference, the first one I have is 122-0553 SM. I'm not seeing you on this case today. This is a Judge Tabby case, a malicious destruction of personal property, and you are in warrant status on that.
What?
And it looks like you were scheduled for a pre-trial and missed it. So he will see you Monday? I think Magistrate Fink will see you on this open bench warrant case Monday afternoon. The next case you have is 222-0227 SM. This is malicious destruction of a building less than $200. Another Judge Tabby case.
Hey, excuse me.
Yes.
Right. Do you know what that's for?
I just told you, malicious destruction of a building less than $200. This is in warrant status, and on this file, it looks like Judge Tabby will, this one you haven't been arraigned. So this one you will likely be seen by the magistrate in the afternoon as well. Last of the cases that I'm not doing, you have a really old civil case. This is 991C1995GC. And it looks like the plaintiff is First Equity Capital Corporation. And it looks like somebody sued you for money. They got a default judgment and then a bench warrant was issued. And so you will likely be seen on, yeah.
I didn't understand. I'm sorry, I'm not the best like court person, but I didn't understand what you just said. Like you said, I got a real old civil case. I don't think I've ever been to civil court. I don't know nothing about that. Like, so somebody sued.
Somebody sued you.
Is it possible it's his father's case? He is a junior because he would have only been 7 in '99.
It's possible. It's here. I'm just handed a stack of warrants.
Okay.
So it's your name and it's that same address. So perhaps it's your father. It's a civil case. And I don't have the file. So certainly if someone brings, so you have criminal cases, Mr. Hackstadt, there's different kinds of court cases, right? So we have criminal cases when a crime has been committed, And then we have civil cases. That's when people sue people. Criminal cases are when you're charged with committing a crime. Civil cases is when people sue people. So that's what this kind of case is. If it is not in fact you, it's somebody else with the same name who lives at the same address, the judge should be able to verify that on Monday when they see you. They're already going to be keeping you in custody because of the other two cases, but they should have a date of birth in that file. And so then they should be able to deal with the fact that this is not you.
Okay, so far I got 2 malicious destructions and that.
Right, and I'm not taking care of any of that today. I'm taking care of 2 new cases. One is a felony, and that's a domestic violence 3rd offense. And the other is a misdemeanor breaking and entering.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I talk? Okay, I'm sorry. I was holding my hand. I didn't know if I could talk. I didn't want to interrupt or not be rude.
Well,
So,
before you say anything, wait, Mr. Hackstadt, before you say anything, I'm going to advise you of your rights because I don't want you to say something by mistake that could be used against you. Do you understand your rights?
yes, ma'am.
All right, I am going to start. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. It looks like I'm really getting on your nerves. But so,
I haven't started, so I'm not sure how you already have a question. What is your question?
well, I'm sorry, I guess. I'm not being charged with home invasion 1st degree.
The charge that I have been given is breaking and entering, a legal entry without homeowner's permission. It's a misdemeanor.
Thank you. You're such a beautiful judge. I love you so much. You rock. You're like the bearer of great news. Like, let's go, judge.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
All right, sorry, Miss Judge. I don't mean to offend.
I'm not the one who charged you. I appreciate all the kind words, but that wasn't my decision. That was the prosecutor's decision. So I'm going to proceed on this file. This is file PTPD 22-14667. Tell me your full and complete name for the record, Mr. Hackstadt.
David Allen Hackstead.
And you're a junior, correct?
Oh, I'm sorry, David Allen Hackstead Jr.
And confirm your date of birth so we know we have the right you. Thank you. Ms. Kleeman, your appearance?
Thank you, Assistant Public Defender Melissa Kleeman on behalf of Mr. Hackstad. And I did have the chance to meet with him. However, we did not have the paperwork on this charge yet at the time. If you could read over the allegations to him, please.
All right. The complaint in this matter is a single count. It alleges that on or about 11/4/2022 that you were 3 Carpenter Road, and it was Unit 12, and it's alleged that you did enter with or without breaking a certain building or structure, that being a residence, Carpenter Road, whether occupied or unoccupied, without first obtaining permission to enter from the owner or occupant, agent, or person having immediate control thereof. So do you understand this charge, commonly known as breaking and entering without owner's permission?
I understand it.
All right. And the maximum penalty for that charge, it's a misdemeanor, 90 days in jail and or $500. Do you understand that maximum penalty?
I understand it.
All right, thank you, sir. Counsel, would you like your client to stand mute?
Yes, please.
Judge Simpson will be able to see you on November 16th. We will send you a notice to appear. Just a second.
I'm sorry.
We'll send you a notice to appear, and then you'll receive additional information from the public defender's office. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have a question regarding what I just told you?
Judge Simpson, is he a felony judge?
He's a district court judge, and he handles misdemeanors and felonies.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry about all the halfway questions. That's not for the domestic violence, is it?
No, this is for breaking and entering.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to go slow so you know which case we're talking about. And quite honestly, if you let me go in the order that I'm going, it should all make sense and I'll probably answer your questions, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is the breaking and entering. You have a pretrial with your assigned judge, Judge Simpson. That's going to be November 16th at 9 a.m. or as soon thereafter as you can be heard. That is a Wednesday. That's not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday will get you a notice to appear, and then you'll receive additional information from the public defender's office. Next thing we need to address on this case, just this case, is Ms. Kleeman, would you like to be heard?
Yes, please. And he does have stable local housing at the address that was provided to the court. The only potential issue with that address is, my understanding is it's right next door to the complaining witness's home. So he does not have any issue with a no contact order, but we would ask that the no go to order be specifically the unit that the complaining witness lives in. He does work full-time at he's not currently on probation or parole to my knowledge. He does have the holds for several cases that are coming up on Monday, but we are asking the court to consider a personal bond.
This is a bad misunderstanding.
Okay, don't say anything about the case right now, okay?
Yes.
Anything about the circumstances of the case, okay?
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. So, Mr. Hackstad, are you next door or across the street?
It's next door.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set $100 cash or surety bond on this file.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you are released on 22F2-0376FY and all of your other files, this will convert to a personal recognizance bond.
Okay.
The reason I do that is I want you to get credit for time served, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I guess, thank you.
Ms. Kleeman, anything else on this file?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You have several files, so it's gonna be until you're released on all of your files. So I don't want this file to hold you up, so it'll
Okay.
convert once you do your other files.
Okay. Hey, do you know, is it Miss Attorney, Miss Keelman?
Yes.
Do you know if anybody's like watching? Like if I got any people like watching or anything, like family members? Or anything?
We're on YouTube, but I can't tell who's watching right now.
Okay. Well, if y'all is watching, I love you guys. I miss you. Write me, please. I don't think I'm getting out no time soon.
All right, we're gonna proceed with your other file while I wait for my computer to update.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is
Yes, ma'am.
22F2-0376FY. She's also indicated you'll stand mute. That means you'll remain silent as to the charge, and I will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. We will schedule you for your next court date. That will be a probable cause conference because this is a felony. That will be with Judge Simpson. He will be able to see you on November 17th at 9 a.m. or as soon thereafter as your case can be heard.
I heard everything. Can you just tell me what date you said again? You said the 9th?
The 17th, November
Oh, okay.
17th.
Okay, I'm sorry.
9 p.m.
Sorry, Donna.
I'm apologizing, you're fine. So you're gonna be seen November 16th for your pretrial, November 17th for your probable cause conference, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So the next thing we need to address in this case is bond.
But I'm going to ask for a surety bond, some sort of surety bond in this case, and a GPS tether if he is released. And the reason why I'm asking for that, obviously, is his third domestic violence. But the victim in this case, I know Ms. Kleeman said he wasn't on probation right now. I'm unsure of that because it looks like he had a CSC first degree that was reduced to an assault GBH with the same victim. And it looks like he was supposed to serve, he was sentenced to a year in jail and then 3 years probation. That was on March 10th of 2020. So according to that, unless he had early release, he would have still been he would still be on probation. I was trying to confirm it, but I can't pull up the links right now to see on the court system. That is the same victim that is in this case. So I'm highly concerned because the probation had contacted our office a year ago or 6 months ago asking for contact between the two of them. We vehemently told them no, we didn't want them to contact. I don't know what happened there. Apparently they can have contact now, or I don't know if there's still no contact order. But the fact that that victim is the same victim in this case, and this is another assault GBH, I'm highly concerned, Judge. So I'm asking for some type of surety bond. And if Your Honor is going to release him on a personal bond, I would like a GPS tether. Or if he makes a surety bond, I would like a GPS tether and no contact with the victim and a no go-to.
Thank you. Sir, you have your hand raised again. Again, I'm going to remind you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say could be used against you. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
It's okay. What, do you have a question for me?
Yeah, like, be honest with you. I know
No,
I got,
no,
I don't,
I'm gonna stop you. Do you have a question for me? I don't want you making statements about where
it's
you
a
were
question.
or what you were. Okay.
I don't know what this domestic violence is. Is there anybody like way I can get some paperwork or somebody could tell me like what happened? Because I listen, I haven't committed no domestic violence, so I'd at least like to read and see what I've been charged with. Because like, yo, if I gotta take ghost charges, I would at least like to read the paperwork for them.
These are the charges when you and I met earlier that we read over. That's all the information that we have right now. We won't get the police report until after today.
So it's just all right, thank you.
So I don't know that this will help you, but it's alleged that these events took place on or about February 6th of 2022 at Lumber Drive. And the person identified as the
I know it's my baby mom's.
so that's the person identified. And it indicates that you had a dating relationship with her, and that you either made an assault or an assault and battery upon her. An assault is when you put somebody in fear of unwanted contact, and a battery is when you actually have unwanted contact with someone, either their person or something that they are touching. So that's what you've been charged with. Because of a domestic relationship with Ms. Ellington at the time or prior, it falls into the category of domestic violence. So that's why that is the charge. It falls into that specialized category. So that's the information I have. I don't have the details of what specifically happened, and I didn't hear the swear to of the details. So I don't have that information to give you.
Yes, ma'am.
But as your case proceeds, now that it's proceeded, now that you've been seen on this, your attorney will be able to file an appearance and then request discovery. And that will include the ability to get a copy of the police report. Ms. Blanche, was there something you wanted to say?
I'm muted. No, Your Honor, that was all.
You look like you were leaning in to say something. Okay.
No.
So that is the information I have to give you right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. If I had more information, I would be happy to give it to you, but I don't. So I'm going to set a cash bond in this matter. I'm concerned for the safety of the victim in this matter. I'm concerned that there seems to be a lot of different criminal cases going on with a variety of different failures to appear. And that's of concern to the court as well. I'm also going to require a GPS tether prior to release so that you cannot go to the Lumber Drive in Ypsilanti. Your bond amount in this case is going to be $5,000 cash or surety, no 10% privilege. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Blanche, anything else for the people on this file?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Cleveland, anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, then, sir, you are all set. We will get your paperwork over to you at the jail. You can stand up and head to the door, and that will signal to the jail staff that you are done. Thank you, sir.
I just want to say, I love whoever came to see me on YouTube.
Okay, you're all set.
God bless you guys.
Yeah, nobody becomes a YouTube superstar on my channel. I'm sorry to say. My mom watching. Even old squishy skirt. Mine is too.
Once they see how pleasant you are, though, you're gonna have a array of people here.
Yeah, we have lots of subscribers, but actually there are people, there are in fact people watching, so.
Oh,
Other than just my mom.